Hey y'all, I'm Aeon.
And I'm the Lioness.
And you're listening to Box number 512 podcast.
Grown Black Trans Woman Talk. Changing your world one conversation at a time.
The show begins now. Welcome to another installment of Box number 512 podcast, Grown Black Trans Woman Talk. I am your co-host, Aeon.
And I'm the Lioness.
So let's get started with updates. I will go first. I really haven't done anything. I didn't do anything this weekend, just kind of chill out. But on the other hand, I've had a lot of opportunities start to come my way that I'm very excited about. Actually, this coming weekend, I got asked to give a keynote or participate on this panel speaking to Black youths that are interested in becoming lawyers. So that's going to be interesting. I really don't know what to expect. But my experiences with kids are very advanced. So I've been told a couple of times, like, whatever I say, I have to make sure that it's for like a youth audience. But so I don't know. I can't be too crass with whatever my message is, but the youth kind of know what is going on when it comes to trans people and trans issues. I'm worried about the parents, but I'm looking forward to that opportunity. I've also been asked by a couple of law schools to participate in a couple of events. So it's, even though I still haven't secured the bag yet and gotten my job, the universe is starting to send me so many opportunities to just talk and connect with people and speak about my experiences. And I'm so happy. Also, I'm so happy about our 1 year anniversary episode that we released last Friday. I've heard nothing but good things. I had a good time recording it. Let's give a shout out to Amani Van Zap for coming and hosting and holding it down for us. She really did the damn thing. And I'm excited. I've also planned a trip I got vaccinated yesterday. So I got my first vaccination. I went to CVS. I got the Moderna. So I feel really accomplished because that's been a process. Shout out to my baby, Carlos Harris, who is also I think the main writer on Triangle, the LGBT web series. Him and I are friends through social media. He regularly supports the podcast. He's always sharing our stuff. And he put me on to this website called DMV Vaccine. So for those who live in the Washington, D.C., Baltimore area, it's a Twitter account called DMV Vaccines. And if you go follow it, they'll notify you when CVS has appointment openings. And last week, my sleep pattern has been off like the past, ever since we started daylight savings, or we ended it, my sleep pattern's been off. So one night I didn't go to bed until like 4 or 5 in the morning, but I guess that was a good thing because at like 3 or 3:30 in the morning, I got a notification that it was some appointment bookings open. So I made my appointment. So shout out to Carlos for putting me on. I was able to make my appointment, and then I went on Monday. The shot was painless. I didn't have a headache, but I had, you know how when you feel like you're about to get a headache, but it's not a headache? I definitely felt like that. I do feel slight fatigue, but other than that, I've been fine. My arm is sore. But I'm just happy to be one of the girls that's vaccinated. I go back in April to get my next vaccination. And I'm happy because this means I'm one step closer to traveling and getting the hell out of DC and just doing what I do best, just traveling, being new places. I'm also supposed to be going to Atlanta at the beginning of May to get some laser work done. Shout out to Ray Fair. Like I told you, I'm trying to get some body work done. And the first step is to make sure the canvas is hairless and smooth, honey. So when we reorganize some stuff, I'm smooth like a chocolate goddess, honey, but it's time for me to get laser. I've been in the house for too long, but I'm just really excited. It's just so many, even though I haven't secured a job yet, there's so many other things going on. Our patrons keep going up, and a lot of things are starting to come to fruition. So I'm looking forward to the spring and the summer, and I'm going to turn it over to my sis. What's been going on with you?
Child, living, loving, laughing, darling. Nothing much. I'm still coasting on the high of the responses, like you said, that we've been getting for our last show. I'm excited for all of our new patrons and on Patreon. I really, really appreciate you. Your patronage is very, very appreciated. Um, so for me, I'm excited to say that I scheduled my second COVID shot. That doesn't sound like something that should be that hard, but it actually was very, very difficult. So I received my COVID shot on the 2nd of March. And there's a window that you have to wait before you're eligible to get it for 21 days. And so that window has passed, and I was unable to get the shot for a while. And for a while, the only ones available were sometime in mid-April, which would have been outside of my window. So luckily today, I have been calling regularly anyway, but today I received an email to reminding me I needed to book my second appointment. Now, I've been receiving these emails regularly, but today I said, you know what? I'm going to keep trying. And I got through, and I got a time that works for me, that's convenient. And so that's exciting. Um, I have some big things coming up in my short-term future. I have some travel, and I'll be able to tell you guys a lot more about that after I get back. But just like I am in a good place right now. I've gotten Tilt, my nonprofit Trans Individuals Living Their Truth Incorporated, based here in Atlanta. We got some exciting things coming up, and so for all my Tilt folk out there that are listeners, Tilt is about to reactivate, and I'm excited. And when I say reactivate, because of COVID, guys, of course, things kind of slowed down as far as the physical thing. But now that I have my second COVID shot in the bag, or at least hopefully I'll be able to get it that day, I will be able to feel more comfortable me being more active in community and getting back out there and starting back up the groups. So for all of our Tilt people who missed the groups, I know you missed it. We did it big in 2019. We're gonna do it big in 2021. We missed 2020, but we're gonna make it happen. And thank you guys for supporting me. So yeah, girl, this week has been interesting. There's been a lot of shit in the media too. I do want to take a moment to just say box number 512 sends their condolences to the victims of the mass shootings this week, both of them. The one that really, both of them are very, very heinous crimes. But the one that is the most recently on my mind right now is the one in Boulder, Colorado, because it involved a 21-year-old active shooter shooting up a grocery store and killing 10 folk. And I just think about the world that we live in, and the way the media reports how white men behave. I know the one here that happened in Atlanta really hurt the Atlanta community, particularly the Atlanta Asian community, because there was an active shooter here that targeted massage parlors and killed a lot of unfortunate women of different Asian ethnicities. And it was very problematic. And they're trying to make it this exotic-sized, oh, it was a sex thing. But the sex thing was a race thing, because
Right.
he did not go to the white. He didn't go to massage parlors that hosted white women. He drove.
Or he ain't go to the strip club, the white strip club.
To the black strip clubs. He specifically targeted locations where there were Asian women and drove to multiple locations. So that was what the thing in Atlanta was really creepy. He kind of went to different locations and shot up people. So shout out to everyone, all the families and loved ones here at box number 512. You have our sincerest condolences. This is a crazy world that we live in, and white supremacy unchecked is beginning to rear its head in a way that is interesting. I was very troubled by the reporting of how they're making it, when white people kill people, it becomes, or particularly when white men kill people, it particularly becomes he has mental illness, there's something deeper there, there's an addiction, there's something else. But when black people are existing, we get shot in the face. So I just find it just ironic that the police can have all this empathy and understanding for white men, and the media can entertain that foolishness. So yeah, my week has been mixed, bittersweet, but I don't have no complaints, child. Just the world is a crazy place, and I wanted to acknowledge that. But yes, 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 yes. So I guess you want me to lead into the topic?
Sure. And yeah, shout out to the Asian community. I was able to talk to, I have a close friend. He is of Asian descent, and he was telling me how the past week has really impacted him. So shout out to the Asian community, our Asian listeners.
What was he sharing? I haven't had the opportunity to talk to any of my Asian American friends, but what was he actually sharing? What was his sentiment?
He was just sad, and he's a lawyer, so he's already isolated, and he relocated back to Chicago. And we were just talking about how, even though we relocated to start work, you really can't get out and meet people. And then, so dealing with that, and then, him feeling like he's being targeted because he is an Asian person. So, he's just really trying to process it. And I'm glad that we got to have space to just really talk about it, and he could vent. But it's scary out here. And I live in a very diverse community. It's very Latinx out here. But even the supermarket that I go to, it's a lot of people of Asian descent that work at that. Thank you for listening to another episode of Box Number 512 Podcast, Grown Black Trans Women Talk.
And don't forget to become a patron on the Box Number 512 Patreon page, where we have all new exclusive content.
And also, don't forget to follow us on our social media, on our Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook pages. And also, become a subscriber on our YouTube page. Until next time, bye.